Mr. Whiskers had a dream about you last night.
How do you know?
'Cause this morning, I made this.
Oh.
If Mr. Whiskers dreams about you, it means something big is gonna happen.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I look crazy right now, but this look does call for me to have my eyes closed, but I don't want to have my eyes closed the entire time of me talking. So we're gonna be doing a tutorial on Weird Girl from Frankenweenie. I love Frankenweenie so much. It's honestly, I mean, you guys know I love all Tim Burton movies, but this one's like up there. Frankenweenie is just literally the best. I love it so much, and I wanted to do Weird Girl. Just so weird, and I love her. And yeah, so this is actually kind of an easy-ish look. Like, it's just very tedious. It takes a lot of time, but it's not too much, and pretty much it's just like big eyes. And you can wear contacts for this look, like the white contacts with like the little tiny pupil. I didn't want to do that because, one, contacts always hurt and my eyes always water, and every time I do that for a look, like, it ruins the look. Really sensitive eyes, so I just didn't want to like have to hassle with that, and I was like, I'll just draw the little pupils on my eyes and call it a day. But you guys can definitely use those contact lenses that are just like the little tiny pupil. That will totally work and might even look a little bit better, but I feel like this is really easy, especially because you can keep your eyes open and you can kind of get like the gist of what you're supposed to be, but you can close your eyes and you have like little pupils. So yeah, I did make this little sweater shirt thing. It was just a turtleneck, and I just folded down the like turtleneck part a couple of times because it was like really high up, and I just glued with fabric glue this like ruffling, kind of like how she has on her dress. I know she has a short sleeve dress. To look for like a short sleeve kind of turtleneck thing, it's not the easiest to find. So but this actually worked out really well because it also has like the ruffles on the arms too, so you kind of get like the gist. She does wear a dress. I'm just wearing a shirt because I'm just filming this and you can't see the bottom half of me. So but if you do want to recreate this, I definitely would get a dress. I also got a cap from Walmart. It was actually $1. I was honestly really shook, and I was like, I don't really care what color it is because I'm going to take the pictures and stuff in black and white because that's how the movie is. So I was like, oh, whatever, this will do. But if you have a real cat, that will work. I don't because I'm allergic to cats and I didn't want to use my dog, so I was like, I'll just grab a fake cat. But yeah, anyways, enough of me rambling. I hope you guys are enjoying the Halloween looks. I know I've only posted one tutorial on here, but I've been doing looks on Instagram, so if you're not following me over there, make sure to follow me. If you guys want to see how to recreate Weird Girl from Frankenweenie, then just keep watching.
Okay, so first I'm starting off with brushing my brows up, and from what I can tell in pictures and like in the movie, I don't think she has brows. She has bangs, so it's kind of hard to tell if like they're higher up or not, but I don't think she does, or at least they're not super visible, so I didn't want to do a complete brow cover up. So I went in with the KVD Vegan Beauty Brow Pomade in the shade Bleach to kind of cover them up and just kind of give them a bleached look, and honestly this worked better than I expected. So you could just cover your brows up with some like concealer or like a foundation or something, but honestly, I've tried doing that before and it never works. So this was honestly a really good option to kind of cover up my brows because I'm just going to go over that area with shadow later anyway, so it was fine. So now I'm going in with the Kimchi Chic Beauty concealer. This is the white one, and I'm mixing it with my foundation to make me look pale because she's pretty pale. If you look at her in the like non-black and white photo, she is very pale. I think I mixed a little bit too much white concealer with this foundation though because it was hella light. So I just kind of went over on top of that with like my normal shade of foundation, and it kind of evened it out and it looked better than it did before. And now I look crazy. But I just added a little bit more of my normal shade of foundation because she's pale. She's not like ghostly, but she's pale. And then I'm just going to go in with the white concealer and just kind of conceal under my eyes. I'm not going like all the way up. Well, maybe I am. I guess I am. But I'm just going to cover that up with some eyeliner anyway, so you don't have to go all the way up. And then I'm just going to set my under eyes with the Kimchi Chic Beauty Puff Puff Pass powder. This is the no color one, so it's completely translucent. And I'm also going to set my entire face with this as well. So now I'm taking the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Exit, and you can use any white eyeliner. I just personally like this one. I feel like it's nice, bright, and white. So I'm using my entire eye socket for her eyes. So my entire eyelid up into my brow, and I'm also going to go a little bit under like where my like bags would be, I guess. So that would be the entire circle that I'm doing. You just want to take your time doing this just so it's like a nice perfect circle. Her eyes are very round, so they're round and big, so just take your time mapping out where you want them to be. And it's pretty easy to like clean up any mess since this is a white eyeliner. It's pretty easy to kind of just like take away some if you do too much or anything. So once you go ahead and draw the circles, I'm taking the NYX Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil to fill it in. To be completely honest, I wish I wouldn't have done this. I didn't, like they were two different textures. The Milk Pencil is very, very creamy, which is what I wanted because I feel like it kind of sits a little bit better and it's not super dry. But the texture against the Colourpop one, it like sets really fast. So I don't know, like it was just kind of like you can tell where I had two different pencils. So I would just fill it in with whatever pencil you outlined it with because this I just didn't really like how it looked, but it worked out, but I just would have rather done something else. And I'm just taking the Colourpop liner in my waterline. And I'm going to set that with a white eyeshadow. This is just the white eyeshadow from the Colourpop Blowing Smoke palette. And see, like right here, I feel like you can tell what I'm talking about, how you can tell that it's like outlined, and it was just bothering me. It's not like super noticeable or like that big of a deal, but it's just bothering me looking at it again. So for the shadows around her eyes, this shadow goes all the way around her entire eye, but it's a lot of shading more towards like the top of it. And I'm using the Colourpop Blowing Smoke palette, and I'm just taking the lighter gray and the other gray that I pointed towards. It's like the medium gray in there. It's not like the super, super dark one, but it's not the super light one either. And I'm just taking that all the way around the eye. And I'm just gradually kind of building that up. You don't want to go too harsh at first. And then I'm just going back and forth with a clean brush to make sure I have a nice blend. And you just want to keep gradually building this up to create that depth that you want. You want it to be the darkest right close to the white of the eye because that's going to give you that like hollow look. And I'm just doing the same thing. I'm taking this with a smaller brush on the inner part of the eye. Then I'm taking the gray eyeshadow from the Carity 21 Matte palette, and I'm just shading above the like fake eye and I'm taking that where my like natural brow was at, and I'm going back with the white eyeliner to clean up any like gray that I got in there. Medium shade gray. I think it's called Slated from the Blowing Smoke palette, to just define that area a little bit. That top part of the eye has the most shadows, so just keep that in mind. And again, I'm going back with a smaller brush to just really define the edges. Sorry that I'm like jumping around, but I'm going back into the Carity palette with the gray, and now I'm just creating her little eye bags that she has. I'm taking a really, really tiny pencil brush. I believe this one is from Morphe, and I'm just creating the little bags. I'm looking at a reference picture. I think that's probably the best way to go just to see exactly where you want them. She has 4 little eye bags. I took some white eyeshadow in between just to kind of create some depth to make them look a little bit more realistic. And back into the Carity palette, I took that gray eyeshadow and mixed it with the brown underneath just a little bit to create a contour. I contoured my cheeks a little bit. I'm also using those shades to contour my nose as well because she does have like a little tiny pointy nose, so I'm just kind of like recreating that. And with whatever was left on my sponge from earlier with foundation, I'm just kind of covering up my lips with that because she has like really small lips and I do not. So I just wanted to kind of cover up most of them with some foundation. And I'm going in with the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Silver Fox. Just kind of recreating her little lip shape. She has like a really pointy cupid's bow, and I didn't take my bottom lip all the way in to kind of recreate her lip shape that she has. When it comes to drawing the pupils on my lids, I made sure to just kind of map out where I wanted them first with some eyeshadow, and then I just took a picture to make sure they were even since my eyes have to be closed. And for the circles, I actually just drew on the back of a small little brush with some liquid eyeliner, and I used the back of that as a stamp so they would be like perfect little circles, and that's pretty much all I did there. And then I'm just taking some white mascara. This one is from Colourpop, and this is pretty much it. This is the finished look. You'll just need a blonde wig with some bangs. This one is the honey wig from insert name here. I'll leave my code down below for you guys. And you just want to grab a little stuffed animal cat. I got this one at Walmart for $1. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys liked this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.